Dear friend, I want to tell you why I chose to read and talk to you about the novel The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I also want to share with you how I believe it can be used in the classroom. I chose The Perks of Being a Wallflower because it's a coming of age story, and I really relate to those stories, and I think most people will at some point in their lives. I think this novel also has a lot of appeal for student readers. In addition to being relatable in content, the style of writing in which it's letters is helpful for students of all different reading levels to get into the book. And then because they are letters written to a dear friend, they help readers engage early on with the text. One of my favorite quotes in the novel, especially around exploring identity, is when Charlie says on page 211, I guess we are who we are for a lot of reasons. And maybe we'll never know most of them. But even if we don't have the power to choose where we come from, we can choose where we go from there. We can still do things, and we can try to feel okay about them. I also find that identity is an important concept that we explore in our lives and in all levels of the Saskatchewan English curriculum. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is a great text to begin consideration for and discussion about identity as it directly relates to the students in the classroom. During the course of the novel, Charlie finds a sense of belonging and discovers who he is. High school students, like Charlie, are on similar journeys. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is an accessible novel in style and theme that allows deep conversations about identity, understanding of self and relationships, and other social issues. I found outcomes from grade 9 to 12 in the Saskatchewan English curriculum where the ideas of identity, social responsibility, and efficacy are explored. In ELA 9, it's about the search for self and also exploring loyalty, love, and relationships. In ELA A10, there's the idea of foundational stories, destiny and challenges of life, and human existence. In ELA B10, it's diversity of being, degrees of responsibility, and justice and fairness. In ELA 20, there is relationships with family and others, evolving roles and responsibilities, and the past and the present. And then in ELA B30, sense of self, social criticism, and addressing social issues is explored. While outcomes from grade 9 to 12 go well with the teaching of this novel, there are issues and events explored in the novel that could be sensitive issues for students, so you're going to want to make sure that you know your students before teaching a novel like this. I do think that this text can be read from a number of different critical standpoints, and I think reader response is a really easy first one, but I do believe that it could also be read from a feminist or social class lens. There are many different depictions of relationships throughout the novel, and one really poignant part is when Charlie is talking to his teacher, and his teacher tells Charlie that we accept the love that we think we deserve, and I think that is a really interesting idea to talk about with our students. As another teaching activity, I think reading some of the novels, or at least excerpts from some of the novels, that Charlie's English teacher gives him throughout the story to read could be a beneficial exercise in understanding what influences are playing a role in this novel, and also exploring the themes that are overarching within them. My final thoughts on the novel. The novel starts off slowly but indulges reader interest steadily. The storylines and themes come together in the end to invoke powerful emotions and concepts. The resolution also inspires others to see hope in life despite the challenges. This novel is simple but very deep. It provides a great read and an opportunity for great discussions.
Love always, Paige.